Hi there. I'm going to review Patons Beehive Baby Chunky yarn, which is so soft. I just cannot stop squeezing it. It feels so good. You can order this yarn or read details about it on the Yarnspirations website, www.yarnspirations.com. You know about Patons Beehive yarn. It's been around forever, but this is chunky, the chunky version. So if you have any patterns that call for chunky yarn, this yarn will work for it. So you could buy this baby yarn and make a chunky garment for an adult, and they would love the way this feels because it is so soft. It is a bulky yarn, number 5. It calls for a size 10 knitting needle, 6mm. You'll get 15 stitches in a 10 centimeter or 4-inch square. If you crochet, you'd need a size J or 10 hook, 6mm. You'll get 11 single crochets in a 4-inch or 10 centimeter square. Let's see here. What do these symbols mean? I do not know what the first symbol means. It's a little thing with 2 dots, and I don't have it on my list. I know that the triangle with X'd out means do not bleach. And gosh, I don't know what that means either. It might be machine washable. I don't know. Warm iron? Cool iron. That's what that means. Cool iron. Cool iron, man. Do not dry clean. But it does say that the care instructions are on the reverse. So we'll look at that in a minute. The skein itself is about 109 meters or 120 yards. And let's see what else it says. Oh, the color I have is Luscious Lace, which is like an ivory cream shade, one of my favorite colors. So there we go. Alright, oh good, yay, it tells us here what all those symbols mean. It is 70% acrylic and 30% nylon, machine washable and dryable. Yeah, that's what we wanted to know. So you can wash it in the machine, you can dry it in the machine. Very cool. Net weight 100 grams or 3.5 ounces. Made in Canada. 1 ball is enough to make a hat and mittens. Or a hat and booties. That's what that is. 1 ball is enough for a hat and booties. 4 to 5 balls is enough for a blanket. And 1 to 2 balls is enough for a little baby jacket. Oh, a little baby jacket. Oh, man. And I have 6 skeins of this, so I think I have enough to make a blanket, it says. So that's awesome. Or I would have enough to make a sweater and a hat and booties. Nice. Excellent. I love the way this yarn feels. I can't stop feeling it. Love it. So now let's play around with it and see how it works. Now I'm going to take a look there. So if you look here, you'll see how it has a strand that's going into the center. Hopefully you can see that. This one strand here is coming from the label and it's going into the center. That is not coming from the center. It's coming from the outside. So you have to pull that out. There. And you wrap that around underneath the label so it gets out of the way and it won't get tangled with your yarn coming from the center. Now you're welcome to use that from the outside if you want, but I don't like working from the outside because the ball just, it goes everywhere. So look to the center and you'll find the center. There it is. It was close to the edge this time. I'm glad that worked out. It's a miracle. I don't know how that happened, but there it is. It worked. Yay. So I'm going to get these other skeins out of the way. I'm going to try to knit with this. It says to use a size 10 needle. Now, let me see what it said. It said size 10, 6mm. And my needle that I have, my size 10 needle, is a 5.75mm. So I think my size 10 needle is going to be a little snug working with this yarn. I'm going to try and see how it works. I'm also going to try using a size 10.5 needle, which I think will be better. Okay, then I'm going to use the other end of this circular. I'm going to knit. This works pretty well with a size 10 needle. It's not getting tangled or anything. It's going smooth. It feels good. It's not trying to split the yarn at all. It works very well. Easy to knit with. Very easy. Oh, and it is so soft. Now I'm going to try to purl with it. And it's purling well. Would probably be easier if I wasn't reaching around a camera. But it's not hard to do, even while reaching around a camera. So it knits well, it purls well. I'm going to knit and purl another couple rows. So that we can see how the stockinette fabric looks. That looks pretty good. I'm going to do one more row of purls. I bet this would have a good stitch definition if you were going to do cables or twisted stitches or stuff like that. I would think that this would have really good stitch definition for that, because the fibers are all laying down nice and neat. Let me see that stockinette one more time. Yeah, this has really nice stitch definition. So it would work well for even like some chunky lace designs, you know. I'm going to try to knit a couple rows and see how it looks for garter stitch. But you could do like different knit and purl stitch combinations, and I would think that that would look really nice with this yarn. Knit another row. This yarn is excellent. It works very well. It just flows, and it's so soft. Look how soft it is. It'd be fun to make a baby project with this. And this is beginner friendly too. This is so easy to use. It would be perfect for a beginner to learn to knit with, because it is so soft. It'd be great to make for a brand new mother to make a baby blanket. Even if you've never knit before, you could learn to knit while making a blanket for your baby with this yarn. You could make it all in garter stitch, and it would feel so good, and it would just be beautiful when you were finished. You'd be proud of it forever. Very nice. I love how the stitches line up. Very pretty. Alright, I'm going to switch to a size 10.5 needle to see how it feels with this yarn, and to see how the stitches look. And it works easily, of course. It works very well. I'm just going to do garter stitch. Just knit every row. See how fast it works? Even with my slow knitting, it works just fine. Now I'm going to do a little bit of stockinette with this size 10.5 needle. I like how it knits and purls with the 10.5 needle. The stitches still look good, even with a thicker needle. So, there you go. It knits well with a 10 or a 10.5 needle. Now I'm going to see how it crochets. And I'm going to see how it unravels. Smooth as butter, no problemo. It doesn't get stuck at all. Easy peasy. So if you make a mistake, it's easy to pull apart. Let's try to crochet with it. Very simple, very easy, very smooth. Wow, this would go so fast with crochet. So this would be good for a beginning crocheter to work with. Make a baby blanket or a baby hat, or some really chunky baby booties, even if you've never crocheted before. This yarn is so easy to use. Just a nice, soft, chunky yarn. Alright, let's make another row. Single crochet. Feels good in the hands. It makes a thicker fabric with crochet, of course, than it did with knitting. So you're using chunky yarn. Nice. Good stitch definition with crochet. I'm going to try some double crochets here. Working very easy, very smooth. It's not getting hooked on the needle on the hook at all. I think it would be a pleasure to make a big blanket with this yarn. Nice. I'm going to try some triples. Be nice if I could turn it around right. I know I'm working in the wrong spot, but I'm just playing with it. Pulled it apart. Bad girl, bad girl. And there. This is a wonderful yarn. I think it worked a little bit better with the double crochets than with the singles, because it has a tendency to want to untwist when you stretch it out too much. See how it untwisted there? So it's better for singles and doubles than it is for triple crochet. Treble crochet. Whatever you want to call it. See, when I hear treble, I think high, because that's what you use for music terms for the high sounds. You do treble. There. So you can see how it lines up the stitches nice. You can see them very easily. Nice stitch definition. Pretty fabric. Very, very soft. It actually feels softer in the skein than it does in the fabric, but I think after you wash it one time it would feel heavenly. Still feels soft. It felt softer knitted than it does crocheted. So there you go. Unravels very easily, so if you make a mistake in crochet, no worries. Just pull it apart. Easy peasy. I cannot wait to make something with this yarn. It's so fun to work with. So there you go. Patons Beehive Baby Chunky. Have fun working with it. Bye.